What's good, y'all? It's your boy Kamario Palmer, and I'm back to help you break down your case. I'm talking all the way down to the bone gristle. So look, check it out. The last video, I was talking about this Latin term called Corpus Delicti. Corpus Delicti, Corpus Delicti, Corpus Delicti is how you say it. I'm gonna tell you how to spell it too. It's C-O-R-P-U-S Delicti. It means body of crime. Now, KP, how you apply Corpus Delicti in my case so I can beat that junk right quick? Okay, bruh, I got you. So look, we about to talk about application right quick. It's gonna go by fast. So I hope you listening. Hope you got some notes. In North Carolina, drug cases, firearm possession cases. Like I said in the last video, 3 to 4 times. So if you didn't pick up on it, I need you to go back and watch the video again, because I can't keep saying things repeatedly, because it's going to get kind of redundant for the people that's catching on. So let's check it out. North Carolina mandates that a defendant confession must be corroborated by independent evidence indicating that a crime occurred. This principle was solidified in State versus Parker in 1985. Please use that case to help get your black ass or your yellow ass, narrow or wide ass out of jail, where the court emphasized the need for corroborative evidence beyond a confession to establish corpus delicti. Let me slow it down and break that little paragraph down for you that I said, because it was a lot. North Carolina, where most of us stay at, mandates, mean it's mandatory that a defendant, the person that's getting charged, confession must be corroborated, meaning that even if you snitch on yourself, it has to be independent evidence indicating that the crime occurred, meaning that it has to be tangible, real, solid evidence, pinpointing you, painting your hands red, that the crime actually had occurred and that you the one that did it. The principle is solidified in State versus Parker, meaning that the element of what I'm trying to tell you is inside the case State versus Parker. It was enacted in 1985, so it's been helping people for a long time. They just didn't come tell your black ass. So look, check it out. Drug possession, y'all. Said this before. In cases of drug possession, the state must present evidence beyond a confession to prove the crime occurred. This could include the presence of drugs, paraphernalia, and other indicators of drug activity. Meaning that the state got to prove beyond a confession with evidence, including your whereabouts and the drugs whereabouts and the paraphernalia's whereabouts. Paraphernalia is triple beam scales, crack pipes, test tubes, Pyrex, so that you can get your whip game on. That's what paraphernalia is. Other indicators of drug activity, meaning if you got police scanners, and meaning if you got choppers, and meaning if you got packaging and baggies and marketing, they're gonna try to indicate you with that. Firearm possession, let's move on. The firearm possession, especially for felons, the state must provide evidence beyond a confession. This is proven, the elements of this is proven in State versus Cox, COX, 2012. North Carolina Court of Appeals, a higher court than usual in North Carolina, reversed a conviction for a felony in possession of a firearm due to insufficient corroborative evidence beyond the defendant's confession, meaning that even if Buddy told on himself, there wasn't any solidified evidence along with the confession to pin Buddy to it, and Buddy was vacated, dismissed, and his case was reversed, and he was let to go home and to live his life. Let me tell you how the feds feel about it. How about the feds feel the same way I told you before? They feel the exact same way as the state, and they even stand on it a little bit tougher than the state. Let me repeat this again for you. This is part 2, slowing it down, breaking it down, in layman's term, not scientific rocket science for y'all. 4th Circuit, the circuit that oversees North Carolina and Virginia and those areas around us. The toughest circuit in the federal United States of America, by the way. They also uphold the Corpus Delicti principle requiring corroborative evidence beyond a confession. If you need the case law to break down your federal case right now, it's United States versus Rodriguez/Soranio. Rodriguez /SORIANO. SORIANO. That's how you spell his Spanish last name. It's Rodriguez-Soranio or whatever. Serrano. 4th Circuit reversed his conviction for making a false statement to a firearms dealer, citing insufficient independent evidence to corroborate the defendant's confession. Even though he told on himself, it wasn't any evidence that he made a false statement to a firearm dealer. And he was released from the feds, were able to go home without any post-release in halfway house. All right, y'all. One more for drug possession in the feds, y'all. In drug-related cases, the 4th Circuit requires that the government presents evidence beyond a confession to establish the crime occurred. This includes physical evidence of drugs, testimony of witnesses, and other indicators of drug trafficking activity. And I already explained what that was. It's just a backing to let you know that the state and the feds back you with the law. But if you do not use the law and you come sideways, or if you act like you know the law and you really don't, they will expose you and make you look like a mockery in the courtroom. So what I'm doing is I'm giving you the codes so you can walk in the courtroom confident, break the courtroom down with pre-trial motions. How about I don't even go to trial, y'all? I break it down in pre-trial with paperwork that I type up using the law that the white man said, I take what the white man said out the law book and show the white man that the white man said this and that it's law and that it supersedes anything that he's saying in the courtroom at the time. If you need help breaking down a case, boy, if I ain't the right nigga to find, if I ain't the right guy to know, I don't know what to tell you, because a lawyer haven't told none of y'all 20% of this. Peace.